Hey, Treasure fans, your pal Big D back here again with a pickups video. Yes, it's another pickups video this week. So what this video contains is there was 2 sales that I bought stuff from a couple weeks ago and the stuff finally came in. So this is the rest of my Kino Lorber sale. Kino Lorber a month ago had this amazing sale. All this stuff was like $7, $8, $9 for all this stuff. It was amazing sale, a lot of really cool titles. So I jumped on that and I finally got that stuff in. And then I want to say it's MVD is the company, I think it was, but they had this big sale on all of their Blue Underground movies. So I did pick up 6 movies from that sale as well. I want to show you, and then I also got 2 other videos finally from Amazon I want to show you as well. So let's get started. We'll start with the Blue Underground titles first. So I got 6 titles here. I got 1 DVD and the rest were all Blu-rays. The 1 DVD I want to get, and I've been wanting to get this for a really long time. It was like $6 or $7. It was Felucci's only foray out of horror movies. I don't know if it was, right? Felucci, right? I always make that mistake. Yeah, it was only 4A. And it's a movie called Conquest. It's sword and sorcery, which I've been really into right now. But I've wanted to see this movie for a while, and it was on the, I think it was $6.79. So I finally picked up, there's no Blu-ray release that I could find for this, so I did get this finally. So I'm going to see a Felucci movie that's not a horror movie. This ought to be interesting. So I picked that one up. And like I said, it's been on my list for a while. Matter of fact, all these Blue Underground movies have been on my list for quite a while. The next one I did grab, I have the sequel to this. I've been wanting to get this for a while. It's the original Toolbox Murders. Again, I've had the sequel. Matter of fact, I got the sequel in a horror pack a couple of years ago, and I've been wanting to get this, but it's always like $25. I'm like, oh, go done. I ended up getting it for like $8. So I couldn't pass that up. So I got this. And then this is another one that I've been wanting to see for a while. I've been wanting to get it for a while, and it was dirt cheap. And that's a movie called Dead and Buried. I know it's a zombie movie. I'm really into zombie movies, so I grabbed it. Figured it was cheap. Might as well finally get it. And then these next 2, I have the first one. I've been wanting to get the second and the third one for a really, really long time. And again, they were dirt cheap, and I finally got them. And that one is, the first one is Maniac Cop 2. I have the first one. So I finally have the second one, and this one still has Bruce Campbell in it too. So I got that one. And then I also got Maniac Cop 3. This one still had its slipcover. So I got Maniac Cop 3. It still has the slipcover. Really cool. You can kind of see how it's embossed. Like the Maniac Cop is actually embossed. And so is the lettering too. But I got the slipcover. Was really stoked. Matter of fact, let's see here. Yeah, it's the same on the bottom. But finally got this movie too. So now I have at least I don't know if there's any more Maniac Cops than just the first 3. Probably should have done a little more research on that. But I got the first 3. So pretty stoked on that. I've wanted these for a while. But it was always like $25, $30. But when you can get them for like 8 or 9, I'm going to jump on it. And then the last one, this was a little more expensive. But again, it was something I really wanted to get because it sounded really interesting. I've never seen it. But it's a movie called The 10th Victim. And it's kind of a, what do they equate it to? It's kind of like Running Man meets Austin Powers. It's kind of a thing where it's almost kind of like a Hunger Games, where not really Hunger Games, but yeah, kind of like that, where it's a group of people trying to kill each other, and the last person wins, kind of a contest. So I've never seen it, but it sounds really interesting. So, and it has Ursula Andress in it, so I picked that up, and that's what I got from the Blue Underground portion of that sale, which is some movies. Again, these are all movies that I wanted to get and been wanting to get for a while. They're on my lists. I have these lists that I've made up of movies I want to get, and all these but one were on the list. So I tacked off a bunch. The 2 movies that I got last week that finally came in from Amazon were the Andy Sedaris movies. So I did get Fit to Kill. This one actually came out on release day. Got this. So stoked. And then I also got Hard Hunted. This one I didn't get till day before yesterday. For whatever reason. Matter of fact, now when I looked on Amazon, it says out of stock, and they don't know when they're getting any more back in. But got Hard Hunted 2. So that's 2 more off my Sedaris. There's 2 more coming out in a couple months. I think there's only 2 more after that, and I got them all on Blu-ray. So now here comes the bigger part of the sale. This is the rest of the stuff I got from Kino Lorber, and there's a lot of stuff here. I really went nuts on that one because, again, that sale was it was a cool sale. I got some stuff that I've been wanting to get for a while. I jumped on some stuff that was like $6 and $7 just because I thought it looked interesting. It was neat because everything was so cheap. I was able to get some stuff that I normally probably wouldn't have normally bought, but because the price point it was at, hey, let's give it a check. So the first one I picked up is Transylvania 5000. If you've never seen this movie, you're missing out. This is I actually just watched this today. It actually looks really good on Blu-ray. I love this movie. The soundtrack right now, the do-do-do-do-do-do, it's stuck in my head right now. But if you've never seen this, Jeff Goldblum, I mean, just a great movie. Gina Davis, this is just Ed Begley Jr., just a great movie. Transylvania 5000. Next one, because I've decided I want to get the Rutger Hauer movie since he passed away, and I was a big fan. I want to get more of his movies, so I did pick up Wanted Dead or Alive. Really good movie. I remember seeing this back in the day. It's a really, really good movie. Looking forward to seeing this on Blu-ray. But Rutger Hauer, man, I know that MVD is putting out Split Second. I want to get that one as well. That's another good alien movie. But Wanted Dead or Alive. This next one I picked up because I watch another YouTuber. He goes by Cyril at Midnight. If you've never checked it out before, check out his channel. He's got some really good reviews on there. But he bought this. So it's The Swing Is On, Sonny and Cher, Good Times. And it was only $6. But he really said it's a really good movie. And I've always kind of enjoyed Sonny and Cher. I mean, I used to watch their variety show way back in the day and stuff like that. But for $6, I figured I'd check it out. I'll take it on a whim. He and I have very similar tastes. So why not? $6. This next one I just picked up because it's a camp. It's a comedy. It's about a camp. It's got Dennis Quaid in it, and it just looks silly. And it was $6 too, and it's Gorp. I have no idea what this is about, but it kind of looks like it's done in the vein of Meatballs, and I'm a big fan of Meatballs. So I picked that up. Never seen it, but it looks cool, so got that one. Next I picked up this one because it just looks really cool, and it stars John Saxon from, the original Nightmare on Elm Street and Part 3, and that is Nightmare Beach. I have no idea. I've never even heard of this movie before, but it's a horror movie. It's been mastered in 4K, and it's from Umberto Lenzi. So I'm really curious to check it out, see what it's about. But it looks good. The synopsis looks really good on it, so we'll be checking that out. This one I picked up for my wife, but it's also part of my movie challenge in August that my wife gave me. I talked to you guys before, and it's called Tristan Isolde. Never seen it. My wife loves it, and I'll end up watching it. And eventually, when I do watch it, I'm part of the movie challenge. I'll let you know if it's any good. But my wife really wanted to get this, and even came with a little booklet. That was kind of cool. So there's Tristan Isolde. Next is another one that I've always wanted to see, but just never pulled the trigger. But when you get it for as cheap as I did, you might as well. It's called The Pit. I saw this when I was a kid, and I remember it freaked me out. But it's been since I was a kid since I seen it. So getting it cheap, might as well. So I picked up The Pit. These next two were because I have the third one, and it just makes sense to get the first two since I had the third one. So I picked up Enter the Ninja. Gosh, I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid either, so I'm really curious to go back and visit this movie. But I'm a completionist, so since I had the third one, might as well get the first one, and might as well get Revenge the Ninja, which is the second one. So at least I have all three of those movies now. I believe Shout Factory put the third one out. So I think that's what it is. Yeah. So I do have the ninja movies now. And I did see these. My dad was really into this stuff back in the day too. So I know I saw it at the drive-in or something like that. But I know I've seen them. Just it's been since I was a kid. This next one I got just because it's zany and wacky. And it got the slipcover for it too, which is really interesting. And that is Cabin Boy. A really Chris Elliott at his height of his fame. Pretty funny movie. I did enjoy it. It's been a while. Probably since I was a teenager since I've seen this movie. Or, well, 94. Maybe my early 20s. But this one actually had an alternate slipcover, which I thought was pretty cool. But I haven't seen it. And it got the slipcover and everything. This is one of their limited editions. So, $8. I'm going to get it. Next one. I've told you guys before, but I'm a big disaster fan. And I saw this movie years ago. I didn't even know it was available. And it's called City on Fire. And this is not even a Kino Lorber title. This is a Scorpion release. But for some reason, they had a couple Scorpion releases in their sale. But I've seen this. This is a good movie. This is a good disaster flick. Fire in the city. And if I recall correctly, the whole point of the movie was they were putting toxic waste under the ground underneath this new hospital they built. But the new hospital they built was a shoddy job. It was done. And this fire erupts because an employee who got fired was disgruntled and started this fire, and it engulfs the city. And it's a good movie. It's got Shelley Winters in it from Poseidon Adventure, Henry Fonda, Leslie Nielsen. So I love my disaster movie, so I picked that up. Next is another movie that stars, let me sure I get this right, Leaf Phoenix. When he went by Leaf Phoenix, we also know him as the Academy Award winner, Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker. But this is one of his first movies, and he's a kid. And if you kind of see, that's him right there. But it's called Space Camp. And this is actually a really good movie. And I actually had this on DVD, but I wanted to upgrade it. It's a really good movie about a bunch of kids that actually get shot into space, and they've got to figure out a way to get back. But it's a lot of fun. Has Kate Capshaw, who of course is married to Steven Spielberg. Got Leah Thompson, who's in the Back to the Future movies. Kelly Preston, who's married to, oh my gosh, I think she's still married to John Travolta. So good movie. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of quirky, but space camp. Next one I picked up, it's the only, as far as I can tell, it's the only Alfred Hitchcock movie I do not own. And I was really surprised about this, so I had to jump on this. I've never seen it. It's called Lifeboat. I've never seen this movie. I have no idea. I didn't know Hitchcock directed it. I've got a couple really big Hitchcock box sets that got spans all of his career. This is not in it. So when I saw this, I was like, well, I gotta get that. It's Hitchcock. So I picked that up. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Another movie I got, it's kind of a disaster movie, so of course I jumped on it. It's a movie called Chosen Survivor. A nuclear apocalypse happens. They send these 11 scientists down to hide out until it's safe to come back up again. This will help repopulate the species, but there's some creature living down in this area where they're in, and of course people start dropping off. Saw this movie as a kid. I've not seen it since then. I remember as a kid I liked it, so I think it was $6, $7. I picked it up. Next, this is another one that Serially at Midnight said was a good movie. It's Sword and Sorcery, so I figured I'm going to kick on it anyways. I think it was $6. That's called The Magic Sword. I've never seen this movie. I have no idea what it's about, but it looks interesting. It looks really campy and cheesy. I love the camp. I love the cheese. So I did pick this up, The Magic Sword. And then the last title in my Kino sale is another movie I've never heard anything about, but it has James Belushi in it. I'm a big James Belushi fan. I have been for a really long time, since Taking Care of Business. And, oh gosh, Red Heat. I mean, you know, I like James Belushi. So it's called Retroactive. I've never seen this, never heard anything about it. It was $6. I think it was $5 or $6. So I figured, why not just pull the trigger and check it out? I'm a James Belushi fan, so we'll see if it's any good. I got that. Now, in my last video, I told you about one movie that I ordered from UK, and it showed up like 5 days later. I did get that in, and it's region locked, but it's called Flesh and Blood. It's a Paul Verhoeven movie. It's the only Paul Verhoeven movie I did not own. I've got all the rest, so I figured I picked it up. I do have a region-free player. I don't do this a whole lot, but although I read some of the comments that people put this up, you can actually use this in a region lock player, not a region free player, like lock player. There's a weird little menu thing you can do to make it work. But I just wanted to pick this up, and literally the company I got this from, it was $9 shipped, which was like $6 British pounds or whatever. It was $9 shipped. It was free shipping. I couldn't believe it. It got here in 5 days. These guys, here we go. They rock. They're awesome. I can't believe we got something from the UK to me in 5 days, especially with all this craziness going on right now. So I did pick this up. I got that, and I think that's it. No, one more thing. I did order this. I have just one last thing. I did order this, and I actually watched it today. It is about the cheesiest movie I've ever seen in my life, but I wanted to see it. I'd heard about it. So it's a movie called City of the Vampires. This is not B. This is like D grade. It looks like it's filmed with a camcorder back in the day. It was filmed in the 90s, I believe. Cheesy as all get out. Really bad acted, but I like movies like this. It was, my wife was watching it with me. She just kept shaking her head. This guy's got this full-on, like his haircut's like really short, but he's got the full-on ponytail out of the back. It just looks wrong. But really, really cheesy. Basically the plot of this movie is this guy and this guy's girlfriend gets abducted by vampires in this city. He barely escapes. He goes home, and a year later decides that he still has bad feelings about that. He shouldn't have left her behind. So he decides to go back to the city to see if he can find her. He has to fight these vampires, and it's to get her back. But the quality is like, it really is camcorder. It's not even like phone quality. It's like camcorder quality from back in the 90s. But really cheesy. But I do like the fact they actually kept the VHS presentation even through the movie. The movie's really grainy. It really looks like you're watching a VHS. They actually set up everything in the movie to look like it's like the video warning begins that this video cassette is protected by. They really did a good job. They really made it authentic for a VHS, which I really appreciate because I like stuff like that. So, not the best movie in the world at all. Even, I'll be honest with you, if I was going to give my Red Vine scale 1 to 10, I'd give it a 2. But with that being said, it's fun to watch it. It's so bad. It's one of those good movies. So, on a legit scale, it would be a 2. This is a weird, stupid movie, but it's fun to watch. I give it a 7. So, but that's it, and that's it for what I picked up. That's my hauls. Like I said in my other video earlier this week, be on the lookout. I do have a couple more boxes coming out with movies that I got on sales from Severin and from Vinegar Syndrome, and from, oh gosh, one other sale that I saw. I can't remember the other sale I got. So I got some movies. So those, I'll be showing those videos when they come in. I'll be doing an unboxing of those. Thank you guys all for watching. I truly appreciate it. Everybody take care out there, and always keep hunting. You never know what you're going to find. Click the like button if you enjoyed the video. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos by me, Big B. Again, thank you guys all for watching. Be safe and take care out there. Always wash your hands, and always keep hunting even if online, because you never know what you're going to find. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.